How's everybody doing? Welcome to my channel. My name's David, and I've been living in that camper for the last year and a half, and I've decided to take you guys along on my journey for the rest of the way. Figured today kind of start off by giving you guys a little bit of a tour of my whole setup, kind of talk to you a little bit why I chose to get a truck camper over a van or Class C RV, that kind of thing, and yeah, show you guys some of my toys. So I'm here in Flagstaff, Arizona, a little over 6,500 feet, early December, so it's a little cold out. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to tell you why I chose this setup, give you a little bit of a tour, maybe help you guys decide. So I'd say for the most part I had three main reasons why I chose a truck camper over a van. The number one reason is kind of like you can see here. You can take the camper part away from the vehicle, let it sit here, save your spot while you go have a good day, and you know, however late you come back, it's still going to be here saving your spot. You don't have to go scramble for a place close to midnight or whenever you're done with your day. So that's kind of reason number one. So reason number two kind of piggybacks on reason number one with them being separate, but when you're not out camping, you can kind of take your truck to go grocery shopping, to the gym, to work, all the normal daily driving duties. But with a van, you're either taking that everywhere you go, or you're most likely going to have a second vehicle you're going to have to maintain and just to drive everywhere else. And then finally, reason number three, these campers have a full-size bathroom, toilet, shower, and everything, whereas most vans do not have that. If you're lucky, you have a composite toilet and maybe a shower for the outside, unless you get a really big van, but those things cost some serious money. But yeah, I have a full toilet, bigger holding tanks than a van. I have a 42-gallon fresh tank, 30-gallon black tank, and a 30-gallon gray tank, so I can really stay in one spot for a week, no issues. But I do have a ton of extra water now, but that's a different story. But for the normal person just kind of taking their truck and camper with them, plenty of more holding tank and water capacity over a van. Another quick walk of the outside, I'll tell you what's going on here. So really just storage in the back. That's a cool awning that sticks out. Backup camera I threw on, that was pretty easy. Water heater, this is kind of the refrigerator vent and access panel. But yeah, that's my water heater. I actually have it on these jack stands right now, and it's incredibly stable like that. But the first 3 years I owned this camper, whenever I took it off my truck, it was just on the jacks, no issues. It's definitely not as stable. You feel it rocking a little bit, but I had no issues. So yeah, these are your electric jacks. Let's just push a button and they raise up and down. Got a outside shower, that's where the fresh water goes in. Propane tanks, and that's just my batteries, and that's where the short power plugs into. Nice ladder to go to the roof, and yeah, let's go check out the inside. Sorry it's a little messy, don't expect it to ever really be clean, sorry about that. Definitely probably have made my bed about 3 times in my entire life. Sorry ladies if that's a deal breaker. Alright, let's go check it out. Start with this side of the camper. Got a nice dinette that turns into a twin size bed. I've slept on that plenty of times. It's pretty comfortable. Basically a twin size bed. Got my gummies. Need that stuff. Oh, and then the Tractor Supply licorice. Gotta get that every time I refill the propane. And yeah, got a nice oven, microwave. I put this toaster oven, as you could probably guess, in myself with the air fryer. I kind of just have it attached with these, what are those, like command strip things? It stayed there forever, or for the last 4 or 5 years, so no issues there. Nice sink, double sink, not too deep. Got just more storage, pots and pans in there, utensils, that kind of stuff. Here's kind of my like inside solar system stuff, inverter, charge controller. That was a fun project, very necessary for living full time though. Kind of rerouted it all out here. The inverter hooks up to this power strip, because none of your outlets work unless you're connected to shore power. So either, unless you have a really big inverter that powers it off your batteries. But basically, I didn't need to do that, so I just did a little power strip to my inverter through this wall. Got my battery monitor. In the winter, we don't make too much power, so I'm pretty low. Yeah, only 33%. I guess you can't see that. And then here we go onto the full-size bathroom. It's a wet bath, so you basically just shower in your bathroom. Toilet gets wet, no big deal. But yeah, it works. It does the job. I could not imagine showering outside in the winter. When I would tent camp before I bought this camper, I would make sure I was home before the sunset, and I'd also put boiling water in my shower bag because I cannot do cold showers. And then yeah, here's the bed area. Kind of show you what I did with my closet. I left one side hanging stuff and my sweatpants stack right there, which you can't see. Kind of show you the bed area. Nice window. Oh, that's a story. I actually lost the top of my sunroof, blew off while I was driving. I'll go up on the roof so you can see, but I'll actually throw up a picture so you can see with the hole missing too, because right now there's a big cover over it, but that's my temporary fix. I'll have to order a new like sun cover of the sun roof. And then this is what I kind of did for drawers. Heyo. Added like drawer hanger things. That definitely helped a lot. But yeah, full-size queen bed, north-south. Two people can kind of get out without crawling over the other one. Ooh, do I show you my fridge? This is some MTV Cribs stuff. You guys remember that? Probably people in their late 20s and older. Count the goods, drinks, all random stuff. And then some of the frozens. Gotta have the ice cream, steak. Ooh, these pot stickers are actually really good. Chicken tenders, fries. Meal prep the pasta sauce. Yeah, welcome to my crib. Alright, let's go check out. I think we'll do the trailer first. Totally forgot to touch on my heater setup. So I have an onboard furnace, but man, that thing runs ham through propane. Like, if it's really cold out, I'm talking like two days and the whole tank is gone. Whereas this buddy heater, I would say easily 5 or 6 days I get out of it, of a whole tank, and I just have it kind of routed directly to one of those tanks you saw on the outside. I just dedicate one of them in the winter to this buddy heater. And yeah, that makes my propane last a lot longer. There's some snacks underneath here. I didn't show you that either. These things are good, just like a fancier, I guess, Chex Mix, Garditos. I got some Goldfish and Famous Amos water bottle gallons and the laundry bag. That's about all the inside, and then yeah, just more storage. Radio, got some speakers actually on the outside. It came with all that. Oh, there's my niece, one niece, and there's me and my other 2 nieces. Definitely miss them. Alright, let's go check out the trailer. So here's the trailer. It's technically a 28-foot trailer up until like that box, where the V-nose starts. And I have a 3-foot V-nose. I want to say from front to back it's basically 34 feet. And I didn't always have this trailer for my setup. I've had basically 3 setups over the year. My first one was just truck, tent in the back, and I pulled my Razor on a little trailer. Then I got a bigger truck to carry this camper. It was basically the same truck, but instead of 4 wheels on the back, it only had 2. And then this is the 3rd version. Oh, and then I pulled that little trailer behind it as well with my Razor on it. And this is kind of the 3rd version. And really only got this because I was living full-time and wanted to bring both my toys with me and have all this extra water and survive, like tools and stuff. Man, these little like rock things that are here, man, they're getting everywhere. I'm gonna have to sweep the hell out of my trailer when I leave. But yeah, just more stuff on the walls. Got my kayak with the kayak paddle, traction boards, Hopefully I don't have to use those again. I'll put my hiking packs up here. That's my backpacking pack. And a slightly bigger day pack than I normally use. But yeah, here's my car. Honda S2000. My dad got this car when I was in high school. Gave me the nice family discount when I moved out to Utah. And who knows if I'll ever sell it. Been in the family for 15 years now. And then yeah, spare tire. Actually just had to use that the other day. But luckily the one that broke was patchable. So I put my spare back here and put the used tire back in. But yeah, kayak. Lots of fun stuff in that. But won't be able to use that for a few more months. Or several more months. But yeah, got these E-tracks. That's how I kind of tie both my cars down, vehicles down. So nice compared to just like regular ratchet straps. You don't have to have it in the same spot perfectly every time. Kind of just got a new spot to hook into every, 2 inches. And yeah, and those are the ramps I use to get my car out because it's a very low profile car. Yeah, that's about the trailer. I threw these kind of battery powered lights in. They last for a pretty good amount of time, but I wanted something I could use and recharge when I wasn't plugged into my truck. For power. There's one light in this whole thing. I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's right by the switch. I don't know if you can see that. That thing works. Only when I'm plugged into my truck. I got all the lights. I have a remote in the front and the back, and just on off. Classic Amazon purchase. Got these vents because here, I'll show you. I put this gas door in on the front of my trailer. It's being covered right now, so that I could run this generator, which starts on a remote, while it's still inside my camper, and I could or still inside my trailer, and I could just use the remote to turn it on and off when I need it. Because really, in the warm months, you only need your generator if you're making good power to run your appliances. My solar panels make way more than enough power in the warm months, but in the winter, just because of the amount of time the sun's out and the angle of the sun, you do not make not even half as much power as the most in the summer. Alright, I'll show you the roof. Alright, on the roof, I'll post a picture of what this looked like before this giant tub got on the top. Ooh, dang, I guess I need to get that water, but hey, that's impressive. Looks like my ceiling worked really well. If that water is enough to pull up. But yeah, the sunroof just ripped off. And that's my temporary fix till I can find a new cover. I used to be able to just open the sunroof and plug in the Starlink satellite, because I routed the wire kind of semi-permanently through the refrigerator vent, and I would just store it up here when I wasn't using it. But now I have to walk up the ladder with the satellite, which not a big deal. I got used to it. But then yeah, here's my two 200-watt solar panels. And yeah, like I said, they make tons of power in the warm months. Like over 2 kilowatts a day, but now I'd be lucky to get a kilowatt, usually closer to 750, 800 watts, which is enough if I'm not at my camper. But if I'm here running my inverter with the Starlink, is what wastes a lot of power, then I definitely do not make enough, and I'll have to run my generator occasionally to charge my batteries. But yeah, solar system, that was a nice project. My buddy helped me, but other than his help, just a bunch of research online to figure out how to route it, what wires to get, and everything I needed. And I basically put it on these tracks. So worst case, if the panel got damaged, I could just unscrew those bolts, flap these brackets on a new panel, and just rock and roll again. Don't have to tear apart the roof just to replace the panel, which you would have to do if you directly install these brackets to your roof. Now here's the thing that moves it all. What a beast. Actually just got these tires, the Falcon Wild Peak 4s. Pretty good so far. Only had the stock tires before, but I've been liking them. Yeah, you got Ram 3500 dually. Cool like blackout trim I had to throw on there when I ordered it. A lot of just crap on the inside. Hiking backpack, water, all the good stuff. Monitor for my backup cameras, the top one. The back is just a lot of just extra clothes and yeah, extra clothes and stuff. I think the other side is just trash and some laundry. If anyone has a Ram and you don't use your tailgate like I do often enough to want to pull out your backup camera, believe it or not, it works unplugged, even though there's like 8 different, maybe not 8, like 5 different plugs out of the wiring harness and not plugged into something. I really didn't think it would work with all those things unplugged, but it sure did. That thing makes it a million times easier to hook my trailer up. I have no idea how people hooked up trailers by themselves before backup cameras. I get out like 3 times with the camera. Probably have to get out 100 times if I didn't have a camera. But yeah, nice tires. They've been good so far. This stripe just helps me line up my trailer, my camper with my bed. I have a little piece of tape in the middle of the camper. And then there's also a camera at the top of the cab, right where that light is, where I just kind of make sure those things line up and back in. I'll show you the other side of my back seat. Yep, trash and time for some laundry. Yeah, that's about all there is to see with this truck. Great truck. It's been good to me. So was my last one. Definitely a fan of Ram. They got a customer. Alright. I forgot to show you my Razor. Let's go check that out. Here she is. My Razor Turbo R. It's my second Razor. I had a Turbo S before, and I cannot believe how much better this is than the Turbo S. Basically like the successor from the Turbo S. Man, just they really got the suspension right on this one. It's like an active suspension, so it makes all kinds of adjustments on the fly. It's incredible. I'll have to show you some footage in the next couple weeks. Yeah, I got all my recovery gear, spare tire, shovel, fire extinguisher. Just kind of it's got like different even drive modes. Baja, rock crawling, track mode, comfort. It's sick. It's got about, I think, 1,000 miles on it so far. I sold my last one with like 4,500 miles. But yeah, this thing is insane. You'll have to watch some of the footage coming up. But yeah, that's about my tour. Oh yeah, backup camera on the trailer too. Super clutch for being by yourself. Yeah, that's the setup. This is my spot right now. I usually don't get this much space. This is pretty unusual to have this much space to myself. But it's a big area. Cinder Hills, kind of like an off-roading area. Flagstaff, Arizona. So that's kind of the high-level overview of my setup, and just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background of where I've been on my trip, kind of where I'm going to be heading. So I've been living in this camper for 1.5 years, but the first year I spent working as well, kind of remote, so really only got to enjoy myself after hours or on the weekends. But starting in June of 2024, I've been full-time on the road, just enjoying life every day, exploring. I started in Colorado, actually just outside Colorado in Medicine Bow. Was it Montana, Idaho? I think Montana. That place is pretty incredible. Definitely recommend checking it out. I'll throw some videos up. They're all going to be vertical videos. Sorry. Originally planned on just doing TikTok to document my travels, but 6 months in, decided to go ahead and start with the whole YouTube. So yeah, feel free to critique any part of the videos or the editing, all that good stuff. Appreciate that. And yeah, definitely ask any questions that come to mind, helping you determine what to buy, truck camper, van, RV, or if you have any questions about any of my travels, where I'm going, where I've been, place to see, things to do. So yeah, started in about kind of central Colorado, but the northeast part of the mountain range of Colorado, where Rocky Mountain National Park is, and worked my way all the way down to the southwest corner of Colorado over 2 months. That was an incredible time. Here's some, basically started in Rocky Mountain National Park, hit a bunch of 14ers in the central and southern part of Colorado, Gunnison National Park, that was a good one, and then made it to the San Juan National Forest, and I think that might be my favorite part of Colorado. Just incredible off-roading, the landscape is so diverse for the hiking, just everything. Definitely recommend that. Then I skipped over Utah just because I lived there for actually the last 5 years. Grew up in Florida, but lived in Utah the last 5 years. Just enjoying the nature, snowboarding, off-roading, all that good stuff. So kind of skipped Utah for then. I'm going to be going to Utah after Arizona though. But after Colorado, went to Idaho. Wanted to spend a little more than a month there, but really didn't get to because of the wildfires. Had to leave after like 3 weeks. So didn't get to spend too much there. But saw the Sawtooth, did some kayaking, and then did a beeline to California, crossed over Nevada, and started in Lake Tahoe. Then basically in California, I just stayed in the mountains. I'll be going up the coast after Utah. But the California mountains, wow, incredible. Lake Tahoe, I started at a couple weeks, did a couple weeks in Yosemite, went more south to the giant trees, Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park, and then kind of went around to the other side of the mountain range to Mammoth Lakes. Just countless alpine lakes, just incredible. Can't recommend the California mountains enough. And then after California, actually went home to Florida for a couple weeks for a wedding to see family. But then I came to Arizona, did a week or so in the Grand Canyon, made it all the way down to the bottom. That was pretty cool. It's a pretty big roaring river, I guess. Makes sense to create such a big canyon. It's got to be a big river. But yeah, started from the top of the rim and made it down to the water, and then all the way back up to the rim in one day. And that was quite the hike. That was a good one. And then I went to Sedona for a couple weeks, and that's an awesome area. Just the red rocks and everything. But it got a little too busy for my taste, and had to head north a little bit to Flagstaff, which is where I'm at now. And I'll be here for probably just another week or so, maybe less than a week. I'll leave early next week to head to Utah. And I've been to most of the places in Utah. Like I said, I lived there for 5 years, but didn't get to do it at such a slow pace. And there's definitely some things in southern Utah that I didn't get to see because it's a good 5 or so hours from Salt Lake City where I lived. So yeah, gonna go to Utah next, probably hang out around Vegas, southern Nevada, a couple weeks, do some off-roading. I know they have like the trophy truck races over there, so I'm sure there's some incredible off-roading. And then I'll work my way up the coast, California coast, Oregon, Washington, kind of once the snow starts melting, go more inland, work my way down, and then Montana, Wyoming. I don't think I'm gonna make it to Canada, but we'll see. So that kind of covers the overview of my camping setup, where I've been on my trip, where I'm going to be heading. Let me know if you have any recommendations on things you want to see in my videos. But yeah, look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good one.